What up, everybody? How's it going? It's your boy back at it again. You're now tuned into Too Real for Mainstream, and we're gonna get hot and heavy today. Oh, today we're gonna get hot and heavy. Now, I didn't really want to speak on this particular situation. I think I addressed just a tad bit um, when the first situation happened around this young athlete, John Morant, of the Memphis Grizzlies. Um, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in because I really didn't want to talk about this. Now this athlete, this young stud, John Morant, player for the Memphis Grizzlies NBA basketball team. What he decides to do, what he decides to do. Before we even go in, ladies and gentlemen, you now tune this to information. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that bell so you can get notified when we drop new content. And don't forget to share this video. And go ahead and drop a comment below. You guys let me know what you think and your opinions are about this whole thing with John Moore. When we get to the, you know how we go. But anyways, moving on. Let's get back to topic. Um, I guess I'm gonna spit. I'm gonna be on fire a little bit, because I really didn't want to talk about this, but it's sad. The fact that this young stud thought what was a reasonable, rational answer and solution was to get caught with a handgun while on live on social media. Now, this had happened once, and the young stud he faced some backlash from it. He had to serve suspension plus fines. And he made a typical what most athletes or any athlete in the spotlight has to do, have to make a basically like an apology speech or whatever. And which I knew that the speech was BS. I knew it was BS because it was something about this dude. It's something about this dude that's just like, man, I don't know, man. This dude be on some goofy shit. I'm just being honest, some goofy stuff. You know, and it is sad. He's a young stud and he has the potential, but he's just on some goofy stuff. I mean, he just tends to do goofy stuff. You know what I tell you about a lot of these celebrities, especially with the music artists, music celebrities, but just a lot of the celebrities in general. Especially when you're dealing with a certain type of a particular, let's say, culture of the celebrities. You know, but it doesn't matter what celebrity at all. But it's when they get the fame and they become a celebrity and get in the spotlight. What happens is they tend to believe that they are bigger and above everyone, as if they can do whatever they do or say whatever they please to anyone without any consequences because they have the money and they feel they have the power now. And which, in actual fact and reality, this is false. This is not true. These celebrities, especially these specific musical artists, they have to understand the consequences of things that they do and say because they are in the spotlight and they feel that they can get away with these things. These people have a tendency to forget. They basically have a pattern of and a tendency to forget about that there is a real world out there and that there are people out here that don't play no games. And there are people out here in this real world that take things very seriously. And when you do goofy stuff or do stupid thing and then you expect no consequences, that's how these celebrities throughout history, that's how these celebrities, whether it's an athlete, sports star, or an actor, actress, or a musician, they tend to forget these things. And then this is when you see a lot of them get in some huge trouble. And a lot of times it ends in death, and it's sad. But on this particular situation, The reason why I say I just can't quite put my hand on it, but this kid, he just does goofy stuff. Okay, it's like a lot of them, especially for example, 6ix9ine is an example. You guys know the whole situation and how that whole thing plan turned out, how the whole story, how it played out, and everything behind 6ix9ine. This is what I mean by goofy shit. And there's a lot of celebrities that do this. They're portraying something that they're not. They're in the spotlight and they forget that there's a real world out there. Okay. And they forget that they will have to come across and deal with the real world, real people, not just this imaginary world, on television, on these networks. And we see what happened with 6ix9ine. But with this kid, it's obviously, I just couldn't put my hand on, but this kid just obviously does goofy shit. He got caught once, faced a suspension. And now, I mean, with the turmoil, what happened, as you guys see, what happened, that whole fiasco, what happened in Memphis this year. And then the kid gets caught again on social media, waving a gun or with a gun in his hand online on social media once again. And when I found out about it, I was just like, like as I said, I didn't want to talk about this because I'm like, man, this is just some sad. This is some goofy shit, some goofy stuff. You know, you have a little young stud here, kid, but he's not about that. You can see that's the thing though. When you're actually from and you're really from these certain particular environments and you grew up or you raised in these environments. Sometimes some individuals they have, whether it's male or female, they have the tendency to be able to like just see people for who they are, and weed out all that BS and weed out all that phony and fake stuff. And it's a lot of people like this kid right here. He wants to portray and put on that image as if he's this hard and just out of control loony person, but he's not. He's not about that life, but he tends to try to want to think he's about that life and want to um he wants the perception to be perceived that he's not really. I don't really honestly, I don't even think this young boy, I don't think he even grew up in the actual same environment where a lot of us came up and grew up in. Honestly, I think that his parents already had money, and this kid is one of those that actually was fortunate enough to grow up in a good environment, such as probably in the suburbs or something, where a lot of the worries that people worry about in the poor communities and in the ghettos, the local neighborhoods. I believe that this young kid didn't have to worry about it. I believe he was already basically, you know, blessed. He was blessed and fortunate to live a life where you didn't have to worry about a lot of those worries, where a lot of us as children and kids, we had to grow up and face these and actually live these, saying these particular, situations and lifestyle outcomes and these worries and everything. I don't, this kid never had to face this. And I think that's what it is. This kid wants people to believe that he's about that. He's from the streets and he's all this from the neighborhood and all this hood. And I don't think so, honestly. I really don't. And it's sad because I honestly think that something is going to wind up happening to this kid if he don't tone it down. Okay, because now there's already rumors out there that alleged gang members have already had some problems and issues with this kid, this young stud portraying to be gangster or supposedly throwing up gang signs and stuff, all this, et cetera, or banging a specific color or repping a specific color when he's not really, it's just a whole lot of, like I said, a lot of goofy stuff, and this is not the first kid. This is not the first scenario. There's a lot of celebrities that are have these similar ways. That, like I told you guys, 6ix9ine is just one of them. But there's a whole lot of them. Trust me. Because if I wanted to, but that's not what we're here to do. Because there's a whole lot of them that's really, like I said, not about really about that. About 97% of your celebrities are not about what they portray. Just being honest, straight flat out. Now, it was just funny, and I was like, see, this is, like I said, this is that goofy stuff, that stupid stuff. You are a millionaire, you are a multi-millionaire, athlete. You're getting paid, you guys getting, huge contracts, and you're going to have a chance of ruining your career and messing things up because you want to do stupid and goofy things. And that's the problem I have with it. There's a lot of people, a lot of children that come from the local communities and of, basically the poor communities that live in poverty, that don't get these opportunities. There's not a lot of I mean, this is the problem I have with these celebrities, these athletes, especially these athletes, whether even these musicians, just in general, on the whole, a lot of these celebrities, what they don't understand that they are privileged, that a lot of people don't get opportunities that they get. It's rare that a lot of people get certain opportunities, and when you get an opportunity such as to be able to do something like that, become a celebrity, whatever type of thing it is, as far as in the field, is a particular field it is, you're blessed to, or should I just say, you're given an opportunity. Not too many people get opportunities like that, and it's rare. And you guys waste it. That's what kills me about these celebrities. Boy, I tell you, boy, they waste it. Boy, they waste it, and it just goes to trash. They do nothing with it, and it just let it all go to waste. Have nothing to show for it, and it's sad. It's sad, and it's one of the contributing factors. The reason why things are not still yet being built and established throughout these local communities and these communities living in poverty. Okay, but because you have a borderline, you have a cross, it's like you have a line, you have a borderline, you have a line, and on this side of the line you have the particular ones that live, a more established life, didn't have to worry about the struggle or the poverty so much. They're already, like I said, kind of being provided of certain things where you don't have to worry about certain things. And then on the other side of the line, you have it where there's a lot of the people, children, kids, that just this side, have to work. They have to worry about all those things. They have to worry about where next meals come from the clothes. Are they going to be able to have clothes on their back? Things like that, like the food, house, electricity, bills, all these things, etc. When the next bill gonna be paid? Is the light bill gonna be paid? Is this, etc., etc. You know, and it's sad because a lot of these children coming up, you know, being in the fortunate situation where they're not having to actually live through, and the process of being in poverty to where they already have the opportunity, and they are have the means in order to achieve whatever they want, and the means to not have to worry about so many things. So they should be the ones that should mainly be, saying, making good examples, but also producing and contributing to the overall of the communities, in which they're not doing. What you see is everyone is trying to portray and trying to pretend to be gangsters. Everyone wants to try to pretend that they're so hard and prove they're hard. When a lot of people, they're just not. They're not about that life. They're not really a lot of people. That's why I tell you guys, man. A lot of people. You got ones that do all that. As I said, the most loudest ones were doing all that rah and all that shit. Or the most, like I said, the ones that are really not about that. You know there's a difference when someone get out of line with you, and then it gets you riled up, and you get riled up, compared to people that's just blankly just, like I said, putting on shows and just doing, like I said, doing all kind of goofy, silly stuff. And it's unfortunate, sad. I mean, I didn't, like I said, I didn't really plan on going too long with this, you guys. So this definitely won't be a long. I'm gonna be wrapping this up not too long from now. But as my opinions, as I said, I just think that this kid is just basically another 6'9", another 6'9", and that's not meaning I'm saying the whole thing. Of course, we know that the situation not, but you get what I'm saying. You if you guys understand what I'm saying, let me break it down for you. Besides all the other things revolving around 6'9", with the whole snitching and all that, I'm talking about the whole image, this whole rap character, this whole character, 6'9". 6ix9ine is a character and all that. The way the doing the rapping and acting like you're hood and acting like you're from the gang and doing all this, acting like you're so hard and all this. That is all in acting character. And a lot of these celebrities don't understand when you build these, when you when you get up there and become a celebrity and you have these characters or these characters are built, you have to understand that there's still reality, and that's not the reality. That's not the real world. That's the fake world, and you can't come out into the real world using those that character in the real world because you might just wind up getting punched in the mouth or something might wind up happening to you. So that's what I mean by the comparison to 6ix9ine and John Morant, and just like a lot of other people. But you guys get the comparison now. This kid is not about that life, and I think he's going to end up getting himself hurt, trying to pretend and portray to be something that he's not, or even being involved around. You're not that, and so what? Just why are you worried about that? You're getting paid millions to dribble the ball up and down the court. Focus on doing that. Focus on being a successful athlete. Focus on being a successful NBA player. That should be the number one priority. Focus on being a number one NBA player or being the best you can be. Focus on trying to get some accomplished success, such as like championships, MVPs, things like that. That's what this kid needs to be focusing on while he's worried about trying to portray an image. And it's just sad, but that's all I have to say about this, guys. You guys, I don't even want to talk about this no more. I'm done with this subject. I just thought I quickly and just want to break down and go ahead and give you guys my opinion, thoughts of this whole situation with John Moore. As I said, this kid is just doing stupid stuff, and he's just another version of 6ix9ine. Just like a lot of these other celebrities, where they just doing a lot of goofy and silly shit that's gonna wind up getting them hurt. So if y'all like what y'all heard from the channel today, make sure from the show, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to Too Real for Mainstream, and don't forget to hit that like button, get this video a thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button and click that bell so that way you can be notified when new content drop. And don't forget to share this video. So until next time, I'm your host. Peace. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm out.